Alright, so we're here next to this loud freeway, just outside Salem at the Enchanted Forest. This is a cool little, usually you'd say fairy tale park, kind of reminiscent of the kind of fairy tale lands of the 50s. Sorry about the glare, I'm going to come around here a little bit. No, this is a really cute little park, absolutely adorable. Love the place to bits. So we're going to have a look around and see what's up. So we got like Humpty Dumpty over here. Some very big trees. It's a very scenic area. I gotta say, it's sort of like in the woods a little bit. Here, so a lot of this just kind of kitschy, come look at the fairy tales kind of stuff, but it's pretty adorable, I have to say. Oh, there we go. So, you know, it wouldn't be a proper theme park if you had the barely functioning animatronics. He didn't have the barely functioning animatronics. And I have no idea what's happening here, but something funky. Sorry, the camera sucks, but... So yeah, you basically just come along this little path and do all the various attractions. Go look at, we got the maze here, so... Oh, geez. I just hit a dead end. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to ignore the Home Depot wood, but hey, you know, that's part of the fun, right? Need help. 2 steps back, 2 steps. Oh god, it's like solving a Rubik's Cube. Turn right. Oh, what a troll! Oh, this is the troll sign. And we're out. Alright, so we got the 7 dwarfs here. We're gonna go into their mine. If I can even see. Jeez. Very whimsical music. Reminds me of the Calico mine ride. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Cool. Oh Lord, don't do that. Oh God. Tried to knock on the wood, and it just sprinkled a bunch of crap in my eye. So if I end up in the ER, it's going to be really hard to explain, isn't it? More cool Calico mine ride stuff. There's no glass here, so you can just kind of enjoy it. Alright, even in... There are the dwarves, hard at work. Alrighty, and our next stop is this terrifying thing. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. So, let's, oh Lord, mind the fangs.
A sleeping potion I will brew from an apple red and bright. I'll cause the end of Snow White.
Uh-oh, it's okay. Along here. They really put a lot of effort into this, I have to say. This is pretty impressive. See, oh, I bet these are her eye holes. Just come along here. This is like, oh boy.
What?
POV right here. Alright, exclusive POV.
Somebody's been eating my porridge.
Somebody's been eating my porridge too.
Somebody's been eating my porridge too. And the heat is all hot.
We got the good old Knott's Haunted Shack in the form of whatever this is. Because I'm pretty sure Knott had to take this out because it wasn't ADA compliant. At least I think that's the correct term. You know, it's always nice to see a classic crooked shack, though. So we have this bit here, which is like an even crazier version of the ghost town at Knott, if that's even possible. So you can come along here and look at the various characters hanging out here. I think they call it Western Town. Gift shop here with the sweet sounds of that ragtime piano. Very cool.
Put all the detail in. The Mondor ride was something that we wanted to try and put in that would be a little.
So in there you can have a little look at how this park was created. I'll probably sit down and watch it when I have time. A little bit later. Let's look at Magoon Saloon. Oh, it's very bouncy. Well, that was a kind of a lame saloon, but you know, I guess it suffices. Forest Fearless. Fort Fearless, excuse me. Very cool. Again, God, this is, you gotta appreciate the attention to detail they had here. Even if some of it's like that lame saloon. On the wrong way?
I don't think there is a right or wrong one here.
Okay, well let's have a look. Let's look over here. Looks like you got an army crawl under here. Boy, this is literally, they should call this Indiana Jones cave. Maybe that's what it actually was called. I misread it. Oh boy, and you don't, it's still not.
Okay.
Boy. Alright, you see, that's what's cool about this place. It's not about, like, you know, the rides or anything. It's just attractions like that.
There we go.
Oh, is this? Okay, this is one of the legit roller coasters. Or, I guess this is the sort of proper roller coaster they have. And I'll talk about the other one. Ice Mountain Bobsleds. This is a really interesting ride. You can kind of see it going right there. It's got these really funky cars on it that I'm trying to think of what you can even compare them to. They're just sort of like almost like what are those ones that you go on the mountains? The Alpine coasters. It's sort of like an Alpine coaster, but this thing is pretty old. I forgot the exact date on it, but
late 80s.
Late 80s, that sounds about right. Kind of see it, so it's sort of like the Matterhorn. But this thing's pretty fast from what I remember. It's pretty big, sort of little terrain well, I just said big and used little, but kind of a terrain coaster. So yeah, cool stuff. I love how they kind of hid it in the trees here with that big ice mountain. And there's some lift hill for all the lift hill nerds out there. Alright, so just cut off that guy going around here. Wait for him to come around. I have to say, I liked it quite a bit, like a lot more than I thought I was going to. What I didn't remember is those, there's no real safety bars or anything. The only thing keeping you in is basically that little plastic topper. So you're quite loose when you're in there. Holy crap, it's fast. It looks kind of fast here, but when you're in that tiny little cage and you're zooming around, it is this is a surprisingly good ride. Surprisingly quick, fast roller coaster. So, would recommend. So down here we have the Challenge of Mondor. I think this was brand new when I went here over 10 years ago. Or maybe 10 years ago exactly. This is a pretty well put together dark ride from what I recall. I forgot exactly what it did. I might have to rewrite it just to figure it out, but I remember really liking it. So also rode this guy, and what I forgot is it's just shooting dark ride, and it's actually a trackless system, so it's pretty advanced as far as dark rides go. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was, you know, it's cheesy, but I feel like a ride at this park is supposed to be cheesy, so it has the right amount of cheese. You know, it's not too strong. It's not like a strong wine cheese. It's just like it's a nice cheddar cheese, you know? So pretty good ride. Oh, and this, they have this cool, it's kind of like those Kid X Big Air Ball mazes that you used to see, but made of metal. Pretty neat. I think we can get it to go here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's another ball there. Wow, it's too much to focus on. I mean, look at all this. Ignore the noises of the freeway. But this is really impressive. Because personally, I'd say I'm more of a roller coaster, mechanical ride guy. Like, give me a bunch of rides in a field or a parking lot. That's what makes me happy. But God, this is really cool. I can appreciate theme parks, more proper theme parks, when it comes. And I think this, yes, this thing. Okay, I remember this. This is the water show that they got. It's I don't know, I guess it's on a timer, but it's sort of like a jumping water. You can see the whole mechanism they have down there. And it's, I guess it's like World of Color, but a little bit smaller and probably better, but yeah, I'll have to try to get a shot of this when it's going. Alright, well that was pretty fun. Good show. It's sort of like The Dark Knight in the fact that you think it's going to end about 15 times and it goes on much longer. But other than that, it's I liked it. I thought it's a fun show. I mean, it's free. It's a weird location, like in a kind of a food court area, but it's fun. I don't know how I could have cut that without mentioning the beautiful sounds of the MIDI, like 90s, like point and click game music. But I don't know, I like the soundtrack. I thought it was very fitting. Alright, and things have just gotten significantly more spooky as we exited the Frontier Town, whatever it's called. Got this haunted house here. From what I know, it's a proper, like, you walk through and they got actors in there and they yell at you kind of thing. Very cool. Again, I love the ambiance here that they have with the plants and everything. Something I should point out is you do have to pay for the rides here on top of the admission. Admission's not much. It's like 13 bucks if you're an adult. The rides aren't too bad. I think the most expensive is like 4 bucks, but I don't know. I usually prefer having one or the other. Either you gotta pay to get in, or you gotta pay for the rides, but you know, let's go on. Still though, I could see definitely why you pay for admission here. Definitely. Okay, so I said that this place technically has 2 roller coasters, and that's because of this thing. So this, as you can see, is a pretty cool looking log ride. See it go down here. Alright, very good. But if you look kind of there-ish, it's kind of hard to see. There's a little roller coaster bit, and I'm going to try to get a better shot of that from somewhere. So according to the roller coaster database, which I don't always trust, for certain respects, mainly because they don't put traveling roller coasters on there, and I'm sorry, you can't be the roller coaster database if you don't respect your traveling rides. according to that, they consider this to be a roller coaster. Again, I think a lot of it is very subjective. You know, you can call a slide a roller coaster if you really want to argue it. So I don't think you should take what they say as law, but that being said, I can kind of see where it comes from, because you can see the roller coaster bit right there. So it kind of does a drop like this, and it comes back up. And I sort of remember, I think there was like a traveling log ride that did that too. There you go, you can see the drop much better there. But once again, very well done up, very well themed. And they really made it fit with the scenery, right? You know, this is a perfect ride to have with this big forest here. So very cool. Good ride though. Again, I just complained about how RCDB calls it a roller coaster, but this is a really fun log ride with some great theming around it too. All right, so that was Enchanted Forest. There we go. That was Enchanted Forest. It's a really cute little park. Isn't a whole lot to do if you're not a young child or have young children. It's sort of like you go in, have a look, come out. For $13.50, it's not bad. So again, recommend if you're rolling through here. Though something I want to talk about very briefly is what's beyond those trees there. There used to be a place called Thrillville. I don't know if it was related to this place, but it was in that, it's kind of hard to see it, but it was in that lot right there. When I first came here, I think was the year they closed it. So I think that was like, God, it was like 2008 or something. But I remember really wanting to go there because they had a big roller coaster. And I found out that what that roller coaster was a Jetstar from, actually the one from Santa Cruz to be exact. Which I guess would have dated back to probably the late 60s, early 70s. I don't know what it is now. It looks like some sort of venture camp. But it was Thrillville back in the day. It was basically just like a bunch of old carnival rides set up in a parking lot. But that's kind of one of my favorite kinds of parks. So little sad it's closed. But yeah, at least this place is still here. So cool stuff. Oh, and of course I'm forgetting the all-important plug: like, subscribe, thumb up, you know, bell, all that good stuff if you enjoyed the video. And thanks a lot.